They were from Morelia, Michoacan. My grandfather had houses in the backyard, so we lived in the big house. Oh, I love them. I was lucky they lived quite a while.
My grandparents, my grandmother was very strict, but very nice, very Catholic, yeah. We would have a lot of reunions and say our rosaries there, play bingo or play a game on the table. We had a good time. My grandpa was the doll. He was a sweetheart. Yeah, he was a good one.
My father was Guadalupe Treviño. He was the oldest son of Mercedes Villagomez. He had 3 siblings, and shortly after the 4th child was born in that family, Mercedes passed away.
My dad's sister, her name was Mercedes, so that's how I got my name.
Well, my daddy had a shoe shop, and my mother was a housewife. Oh, I love my father. I remember he used to bring watermelons, and me and my brother, I was real close to my brothers, would be out there. Here comes Daddy with a watermelon.
When they came, the story I understand is they were dating, if you can say that, back in that area. They may have called it something else. And he wanted to bring her, and my grandmother told him, no, you can't bring your girlfriend with you. So they had to get married. And they married on the eve of their departure. So they went to the cathedral, quickly arranged the marriage, and she came over. I did. I miss on certain things, but I've always enjoyed my father's company. He was a very happy, well-read person, and I enjoyed conversations with him. He was very, very worldly for a person that only had a 2nd or 3rd grade. You know, he read well and he could quote. And my father was working at the shop. He had the radio, and he had a little sitting area. And in the neighborhood, the old guys would come and hang out and swap stories, and I would love to listen to the old timers.
My grandfather spoke a lot of English, and he was so cute. He would say, tell sort of bilingual jokes, and one of them was, when you see a young man walking over there and you want to get his attention, you say boy, say boy. But when you see a girl, what do you say? And I said, well, what do you say? And he said, you say, say boy, yeah, say boy, yeah. Isn't that a sweet tale? That's what he would tell. He was so cute. He would say things like, if you pay me now, you pay me nothing. But if you pay me tomorrow, you owe me a nickel. And if you pay me the next day, you owe me a dime. And if you wait till next week, it's a quarter. And if you wait till next month, it's $1. So he was very darling old man that he was. And my Mama Lola was a sweet old lady.
I lived with my grandparents for 1 year when because I was in school at Immaculate Heart of Mary. We drove, my grandparents and I, to Mexico. And I remember my grandfather, I don't know, you can cut this out later if you want. Well, he was a smoker and I was a smoker. I was 18. So we're going to Mexico. And my grandmother says, Mijo, ¿no fumas? Sí. Pues fúmate un. And I had my cigarettes in my socks, back in the days. And so I don't know where it came from. She just said, ¿No fumas, mijo? Fúmate uno, mijo. So hey. So me and my grandpa, we smoked all the way to Mexico. They were just wonderful. But I loved my grandparents so much.
And my dad was one of the few people that had a cow right there in Magnolia. And everybody knew Mr. Agustin with the man with a cow. So we all grew up fat and sassy because we had fresh milk every day. And she would make cheese, and she would make a buttermilk. And a lot of the neighbors wanted to buy the cheese or something, or the milk. But it was barely enough for one cow we were so many in my family.
Oh, my mom was a stay-at-home mom. She had no time to go out to work. She did a lot of housework, but they managed. My mom was real good at budgeting and holding on to her money, and she never ran out of money. Just like she never ran out of food on Sunday. Anybody could come by and they would have something to eat. There was always something to eat. Oh my gosh, my dad, the love of our life. He was so great. He was just a hard-working man. He was besides working hard, he would help my mom. I'd see him sweeping when I was still young, sweeping the living room and helping my mother and making in the kitchen. He liked to make oatmeal. He would make oatmeal, and I remember that part. I don't know why, but he was really good man. Yes.
But I believe that my grandfather and my grandmother, they were the foundation of our family. And my mother knew that, and my dad respected that, and so that's where we, had our stronghold there.
They both came from Michoacan, from Morelia. My grandpa knew my grandma already when his parents brought him here, and he promised her that he would go back for her, and he did. Grandpa always told us stories, which was really neat. I loved our family history. It's just been really a big part of my life. I just think it's amazing to get the opportunity to know your heritage, because when you know where you've come from, it's so much easier to see where you're going. And so it's been a real blessing. So.
And I am a Villagomez.